Greetings, family. Rastafari love. We are here right now in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, joined by a very special guest on the land. We've had a very exciting week, or strong, we can say, in Ethiopia. So right now, I'm joined by none other than Ras Julio. The I has traveled here from Italy. The I has been to Ethiopia a few times, many times over the years. And the I has been involved in many different Rastafari works over the years as well. Could the I tell us how's the I feeling right now and what has brought the I to Ethiopia right now, 2024?
Yes, blessed love, Rastafari greetings, giving thanks my brethren, Jamaica, enough respect for the work that you're doing, and blessings and love to the listeners. So Ethiopia right now, very very simple, why we're here. Rastafari brought us here for a special mission. Alborosie plus King Shiloh African Victory Tour. So not just another musical tour but a charity mission. Yeah, so we have been playing in Kenya and Ethiopia for a specific reason, to raise up funds, economy, money in order to support charity projects in both Ethiopia and Kenya. So in Ethiopia we had a beautiful session just a couple of days ago at Addis Dub Club, and the turnout was extremely heartwarming. The energy was magnetic, and thousands of people at the venue. Remember, this is Alborosie in session with King Shiloh, so it's not even a live band, and still we had a beautiful turnout. So in Ethiopia we have been supporting Dyers for Development, organization, non-profit organization that helps children and teenagers with disabilities. In Kenya, which was again a beautiful session as well in Nairobi, we have been supporting the Kwale Deaf Center, which is a center that helps youths with deaf youths to learn jobs, skills, professional, and to enter society. So after a period of learning at the center, then they are ready to enter into society and get married, find a job, and in few words create a better life. So this is the mission, and we are extremely happy on how it went. Blessed love.
Yes, I give thanks. And you already told us there are a few of the things, but could you tell us, like, how's the overall experience been treading, and how long since you last stepped foot in Ethiopia? So, like, how has it been reconnecting with the land? And that I also visited Shashimani and made a few different travels, Kenya, as you say. So, yes.
Yes, give thanks. Well, first time I came to Ethiopia, it was 2003, I think. So I've been coming in and out the country since that time. So now it's almost 2005, if you can do the math. I've been visiting Ethiopia many times, by myself, with my brethren, with my family, with my daughters, and we have been traveling around all over the place. I've been working in Ethiopia, also actively involved in community projects. For example, we could remember the Youth of Shasha project with Rasta Weld and all the brethren. We formed an association, an organization in order to support the musical career and the musical learning of we could say less fortunate youngsters, and also in particular the second and third generations of the Rastafari repatriated in Ethiopia. So I've been living and experiencing this country from many different sides, not only as a visitor, as clearly not only as a tourist. For I and I Rastafari, this is the Holy Land. For I and I Rastafari, this is a very special place. It's a place where things reveal themselves, and of course, I've seen many changes, especially in Addis Ababa. The city has really transformed a lot, and some changes are wonderful and and they carry a very progressive energy. Other changes, they are still to be analyzed and considered, because of course when you change a city in such a short period of time, clearly somebody is gonna pay the cost of that, and we know that unfortunately sometimes that can be on the shoulders of the less fortunate people. But still, nonetheless, it's wonderful to see the country on a movement, and so I'm feeling very blessed to be here.
Yes, I give thanks. And true what they say, there's always both sides to the so-called development. But yeah, so I wanted to ask, like, with the sound system, culture, and the movement, and with Rastafari also in Ethiopia, like for example, the show on Saturday, as the I say, was a big turnout. So what would the I say? What kind of vibes? How could these vibes also help to bring about a certain consciousness for the young generation right now in Ethiopia?
Yeah, Virgin, the first thing is the presence. If there is no presence, there cannot be message or learning or inspiration, nothing like that. Nothing can come out of nothing. So Rastaman must be present. Since Rastaman is present, then things start to click. So if the city doesn't see any Rasta, how can we expect the city to change and learn more about Rastafari?
Yeah.
So my philosophy is always you have to be present in order for things to change. Yeah, you cannot expect things to change just out of the blue. So, first thing, Rastafari must be amongst the people and must utilize any and every channel that Rastafari masters, like music, culture, and social works, whatever, in order to feel this, to make this presence always more felt. So if we want to inspire the people through the Rastafari Livity to a betterment of their life, we need to be present. So the sound system culture now has always been, we could say, the spearhead of all this presence philosophy, right? Sound system is from the people to the people. You are amongst the people. You are amongst those ones that they have been listening the entire life to Bob Marley and the great reggae legends, and they feel that message resonating to them. So now they come out of the door, go into the reggae session, to the sound system session, expecting to come back home with something tangible. That something tangible is not only entertainment, but is a pure lesson on history, spirituality, moral, ethics, all of that conveyed through the speakers, the microphone, the control tower. So sound system session is a great, massive opportunity to elevate the status of the city, of the community, of the family, the country, and then the world at large. So bless it, Anjata.
Yes, give thanks. And alright, I wanted to mention another works that I is involved in for many years now, which is also relating to the musical side of things. The House of Rastafari, which has its base at Rototom Festival. As well, that's a place where within the festival there's, as the name suggests, the House of Rastafari, House of Culture, House of Livity, House of Togetherness, and promoting a certain liberty. So could that tell us a little bit about House of Rastafari?
Yes, beloved. The House of Rastafari was formed, it came about in 2003, so again is quite a good while that we are around. And in few words, the House of Rastafari is an area within the Rototom Sunsplash Festival designated for the cultural activities related to Rastafari. So we have daily Nyabingi chanting. Every day we open our programs with Nyabingi chanting, drumming, and it's always very energetic and very cathartic also for many people that come there, and they truly bath themselves in that atmosphere, Rasta and non-Rasta, I'm saying.
Yeah.
So Rastafari Nayabingi jamming. Then we have the Rasta lectures, seminars, call them reasoning, whatever. Every day there is a different topic, so we analyze Rastafari Livity from history, spirituality, psychology, and holistic living, idle food, and so forth. Then there is of course a humanitarian side of it, because every time that we do something cultural, we always want that work to have an impact also on a practical level. So we're talking about selling merchandising in order to help projects like World Sound and Power Collective, which is I partner project, and I'm also blessed to be part of this project. I'm part of the board of World Sound and Power Collective, a non-profit organization founded in 2006 in the United States of America, which aims to help the Rastafari elders in need. So it's very, very simple. We have merchandising, we have books, booklets, some CDs, some art crafts. We sell these objects, and the money goes directly and entirely towards an Empower Collective. So is 100% transparent, and so through these activities now we can both educate the people, we can share with the people the culture and the love of Rastafari, and both we can also help the Rastafari elders practically. House of Rastafari is also art, is also pictures, photo exhibition, and so forth, and we always invite Rastafari elders from other side of the world, especially Jamaica, to be there with us, so that not only they can contribute to the cultural program, but the people can also have an opportunity to sit down with the elder and reason and ask, or even just meet a Rastafari elder, which again is something that is not given for granted to everybody. Not everybody can have access to a Rastafari elders, especially if you live, I don't know, in Europe or in the States and Jamaica or in Ethiopia. They are different and far countries to reach, so to speak. So yeah, that's the House of Rastafari. We've been running now quite a while, and there is quite an energy, because we come there with numbers of brothers and sisters from many parts of Europe and the world, and for 10 days basically we live in the same yard, we camp, we cook together, we eat together, we drink together, we pray together, we reason, and is a test of faith, is a test of discipline, is a test of commitment also towards the faith, because don't sleep much, many things to do, the schedule is so tight, and so it's really a test also of how strong we can be, and how much can we rely on a next brother, and how much a next brother can rely on me. So it's really a community experience, and that experience made us strong through the years. So we have to give thanks to the House of Rastafari.
You say, true. And you mentioned this idea of getting certain education and reasonings to people that might not always be able to access such knowledge. So there's also the university, the reggae university, where I see that on YouTube and these places, I see all of the events happening. Like, last time I came to Rototom was 2019, so hopefully maybe 2025 be able to trod. So just to mention about these reasonings and spreading this knowledge, there's those lectures, and there's, as you say, all the things happening at House of Rastafari. The I also has recently published a book, I believe, Journey to Zion. What could the I tell us about? And I think the I has also published other works. What could the I tell us about your publications?
Yeah, man. Yeah, the book Zion Train, Rastafari journey through Rastafari journey through spirituality and daily life.
Okay.
And it came out in 2021 in Italian and 2022 in English, and is a book about how to use and apply Rastafari Livity in your daily life, so to speak. So it's a very practical book, and still a spiritual book, because the best way that we can utilize our spirituality is to spiritualize our material dimension. So that's what we need to do. Rastafari doesn't say, okay, let's go to heaven and be happy. Rastafari say, let's make this world happy as ever. And in order to do that, we need to spiritualize our mundane dimension, our daily life. So the book is about finding within ourselves that inner man, that godly person, that divine person that lives within each and every human being. Yeah, so how do you do that? You need to recognize your spiritual person, because most of the people do not implement their spiritual dimension because they don't know how to look for it. They don't know how to recognize it. So this book is almost, there is a brethren that after read the book, this is a very well learned brethren, very active in Europe and other parts of the world as well. He called Zion Train a Rastafari spiritual guide. So I liked it when he told me like that, because when you have a guide, you have a series of points of reference that you can go to in order to do the journey. Yeah, if you have to go to visit a different country, you buy yourself a guidebook about that country, and you say, okay, go and sleep here, go and eat here, you can see this and that, take the train. So if we don't have that guide, how can we are expected to have a nice experience throughout the journey within ourselves? So Zion Train is that kind of book. And again, it's not because I have invented the things that are written in the book. I have studied them, I have collected them, I have put them in a certain manner that they can be articulated, yeah, but it's stretched out from Old Testament, New Testament, Rastafari revelation, and of course the divine person of His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie I. So this is the book. Now actually, my latest project is a podcast about the book, which is going on really in these weeks. I mean, the podcast was launched, I think, 1 month ago, and so every Sunday now it comes out. It's on Spotify and it's on Mixcloud, and you can find it also on other radios. So the podcast is recalling the contents of the book. So it's not just an audiobook.
Yeah.
It's like taking certain important aspects of the book and verbalize it and contextualize it. So that's the latest project. Then I've been writing for many years in different reggae Rasta platforms. I also have my own blog. I write different articles. I write different things, but I also speak a lot. Speak on YouTube, on radio programs and things like that, in order to share with the people certain aspects of the Rastafari Livity. Yeah, so we give thanks for the chat.
Yes, for real. So before we seal up, does the A have any I wanted to ask the A about any other projects that are ongoing right now, and what the A might have planned for the coming few months, I mean going into 2025. And the A also has the Livity Clothing, but I think you mentioned about it at the Rototom.
Yes.
Yeah, but if the A could tell us about any other projects and
future projects. Well, now I'm in Ethiopia, but in few hours I will be forwarding to Europe, so I get busy again with this latest podcast that I just mentioned. But then with 2025 I will go forward to my original project, which is called Ayabingi, which is podcast, Rastafari podcast, but in Italian. It's the only Rastafari podcast in Italy and in Italian. Yeah, so this year it would be the 10th season. So it's 10 years that we go through. Every Sunday comes out and is in Italian, and every chapter has a different topic. So we've been talking about so many things during these 10 years, and this humble work has helped building up a lot of awareness in the Italian country about Rastafari and His Imperial Majesty, and aware positive way of life, and so to speak. So it's a podcast which is listened by Rasta and non-Rasta. In fact, sometimes the non-Rasta even more than the Rasta, which is beautiful, because we know partial. So we look to the divine core essence of every human being. So we are not looking at labels, Rasta, Christian, Orthodox, Ethiopian, Babylon. We look at the God in man and the God in woman. So it's all blessed. So this is the next thing I'm gonna jump into, and of course, Livity Creations is a brand, is a clothing shop, is a project that started in 2006. So now we're gonna be 19 years old, coming in this next year, and it's very simple. We try to offer clothing that can represent our spiritual and cultural identity as Rastafari people. As easy as that. So if you feel that sometimes your culture is so much pushing from inside that you wish to be also represented outside, and you want to wear it, then we have what you need. Yeah, so it's for Rasta, it's for reggae lovers, it's for sympathizers, for anybody that feels that there are some days that is not enough to wear just a jumper, just a regular jumper. I want to wear my flag, I want to wear my clothing, I want to wear my colors, because they represent really what I stand for and who I really am. So the red, gold and green is the true divine rainbow in this time. So we love to wear it and live it. That's how we live.
Yes, truly give thanks. So I will ask the final question. You just spoke about the red, gold and green. What can Ethiopia represent for the world in this crucial time that we're living in right now?
Ethiopia has been always a window on the entire world. What happens in Ethiopia is something that will then shape the rest of the world history, or will start a next chapter in the world history. So Ethiopia is a very crucial country. What you see here, maybe sometimes you see it manifesting it after 10 years in the rest of the world. So when you know Ethiopia, when you study Ethiopia, when you analyze it, you can really grasp what will be the next 10-20 years for the rest of mankind. And Ethiopia represents not only the past, Ethiopia represents the present, but the future as well. So it's such an ancient country that has given so much to humanity in terms of culture, in terms even of mankind itself, because the first human beings were created here in Ethiopia. So that's the first place where the human flesh touched the soil. So it's a blessed land, it's a holy land, it's a land of even a lot of contrasts and paradoxes sometimes, a lot of difficulties as well. So it's a place where you meet miracles amongst many problems, because of course the social, the economical affliction that part of the population go through, but is a place of hope, is a place of inspiration. I would say it's a place of light. Despite all the difficulties, we know that Ethiopia is a very ancient place and has overcome many struggles, and always found her way to go and shape a better future for its people and shine that example for the rest of the world. Of course, His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie I is the father of Ethiopia, and is through his example that we live how we live now. Not only Rasta, but also the population in general of the world can experience now human rights, can experience education, can experience better sanitary conditions and medical advancement because of the works and the example of His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie I. So we are in Addis Ababa. This is the city of the King of Kings. This is the city responsible for the world how we know it now today. Because if His Imperial Majesty and if Addis Ababa did not stand the ground during the fascist invasion, during all the genocide that happened here in this country, and if His Imperial Majesty did not become the vessel of freedom and liberation from the fascism and the Nazi-fascist regime during the Second World War, now, today, this world would be very, very different, and it would be a much, much worse place than it is now. So we have to give thanks and bless Ethiopia, and the land where God loves to be.
Yes, say. Rastafari, truly give thanks. Jah willing that I will be forward again in February 2025. Alright, if you could describe the show on Saturday, Alborosie and King Shiloh, in just one word or as few words as possible for the listeners. How was the vibe? How was the combination sound system style, very unique session that the people had? And how was the energy? Official last question, Rastafari.
I think it was epic, groundbreaking, and I don't think I'm gonna exaggerate if I say it has been historical for Addis Ababa.
You say.
Because these are the words. I've seen some shows, I've been to some events, but in a sound system style, I had never experienced nothing like that on Addis Ababa ground. So I think that session there made history. So I have to big up you guys, and the whole family, the brethren them, the sister in them, because you have been working so hard in order for this to happen, and your example is truly a testimony of devotion, commitment, selfless dedication to the cause. So big up the IDEM, big up the Addis Dub Club crew, big up all of you that were involved in this mission. It has been not an easy one, I know, but it has been a very purposeful one. The energy was up there. Albo, I can tell you, because I've experienced it also on the other side, on his side, because I've been traveling and working, next side to him for 10 days. Albo was up in the enthusiasm. He was so happy for the turnout, and he said himself in the backstage when he came out of the stage, he said this has been one of the best crowd I ever had. Considering it wasn't like tens of thousands, it was like almost 1,000 people, but the energy was tangible, man, and everybody sang Alborosie songs, and everybody want to reach him and what touch him and give him a lion paw and this. So the energy was up there, but it was also very human. It wasn't a hype or a VIP kind of vibe. It was very human, everybody there in the same room, same level. And there were the Rastafari brethren from Shashamani that came for the occasion, the elder them, the sister them, the kingman them, and they were the street youths from Addis, they were the university students, they were the ambassadors, the diplomats. It was everybody was there. There was no difference between poor man, rich man, nothing like that. We were just one. And the place turned Rasta.
Yes.
Everybody was Rasta.
Yes.
For that night, Rasta was the way. So me have to give thanks.
Yes, sir. Rastafari, Ras Julio, give thanks to Reason with the A, finally. Long time coming. Yeah, keep up the good works. We give thanks to the A for the many inspiring works as well. And we hope to see the A and Reason again in your time. Rastafari.
Keep up the good work, my brother. Give thanks for your mission, for your energy. Yeah, man, keep inspiring the world. Rastafari is the light that it dispels the darkness at any given time. So, we not fear, we not fret, we not get weary. We grow stronger and stronger and stronger. So, be blessed, be strong, and keep inspiring once and once. Rasta.
Rastafari. Yes, sir.
It's my gift.
Yes, sir. I give thanks.